Hi guys, Steve here. Welcome to Fix My Fleet. I'm joined by Execute and Algrid. How you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Doing good. We're doing good.
Now, firstly, don't get as many ships as I have. I recommend getting a Mustang Alpha Starter combo package, or maximum upgrade it to a Titan Avenger.
Okay. Now, Nooblet, you just said don't get as many ships as you've got. What have
Yeah.
you got?
Right. One of the first games I was covering for my channel was Star Citizen, so I brought loads of ships to shoot videos on of them and show you guys them. Lots of them I got for free from referrals. I brought the ships for my clan so they don't have to spend much money. They can get the cheapest package and then join me and they can fly my ships. And plus, I'm likely to get enough members to fly the ships, and I'm likely to get money back to shoot from shooting Star Citizen videos.
All right. Okay, so we'll show off your fleet now, and this is what it was before we tinkered with it. So we'll have a look at that, and you can go through for us and tell us everything you've done. So,
Or tell us what you had, and then we'll kind of say what we did.
So we'll start down here, all the little vehicles. So some of the things like this kitten, I assume these were for referrals and stuff.
Yeah. Start off with the smallest. The 2 grey cats I got free from referrals.
Right.
The tumbler. You go through them and I'll tell you.
Well, you got a Ranger bike here. So these are just, I assume these are just things to show off in videos and stuff.
That was a Merlin I got free from a referral, so I just upgraded it to a bike.
Right.
The
Cyclone. Yep, Tumble.
I got free from a Crusader M2 package.
Right. The Dragonfly Kitten and the Dragonfly Yellow.
The kitten is a referral. The yellow is the one I purchased.
Yep. MPV cargo.
I got that to move cargo, but I'm gonna probably upgrade it to an SRV.
Okay. And then you got a Razor. That was from referrals.
I got that free from referrals as well.
Tonk.
Ground defense. If I was going to build a base.
Ballista, same thing, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot any attacking fleet.
Terrapin.
I got that free from referrals.
Wow, nice. Mustang Amiga. So this shows how long you've been following the game for, because these are rare as, like, me and Argo got one, but not many people have these.
Yeah, and you can get those from getting AMD graphics card.
That's correct. Yeah.
ATI graphics cards.
Yep. Hurricane.
Got that free from referral with a Terrapin 500 referrals.
Nice if we could all do that, wouldn't it? But anyway, Avenger Warlock.
I brought that to be an escort for the Holly, and then if it was going badly, send it back in an EMP the attacking ships behind who was chasing. But I'm probably going to transfer that to a pirate account.
Yep.
Which we'll go into.
So we should also talk about that too. He's actually got a main fleet that we're looking at right now, and we're going to record a second episode straight after this that will air after this, showing off his kind of more personal pirate account. So that's a second
pirate.
Yeah.
This is my main industrial account, and then I've got a separate pirate account just for that.
Yeah. So look forward to that coming into another episode. Prospector. Did you get this free as well, or?
That was, I got it free, but I upgraded it to a Prospector. That was I think it's I can't remember what it did now.
It's all good. All right, Super Hornet.
That comes with a Weekend Warrior package. I was going to upgrade that to an Ares Inferno.
Whoa. I drank the wrong game.
But I've got a military upgrade pack for that.
Yep, makes sense. And they're pretty rare and worth a pretty penny at the moment. So yeah, if you decide to keep that, you're gonna need one. Ares Ion. I think you were just saying that for capital.
Was originally a Saber Comet.
Yep.
I've got CCU to the areas.
Glaive.
got that free from referrals. I think that was 300 referrals.
Jeez, man, you got so many free ships. Banner Defender.
To go with my Banu Merchantman, hopefully I can dock it on there, but no one knows what that's gonna get.
Doesn't the defender in that?
With.
Sorry, doesn't the defender in that view look a bit like an emoji?
Yeah, it kind of does a little bit.
Or an anime with his big eyes.
Right.
Sorry,
that's right. Sentinel, Vanguard Sentinel. What was the thought behind that?
I've got the Warden and I've got the Sentinel upgrade pack, and that was being a convoy with Holly.
Right, so kind of an escort. Yep, cool. Got you.
Yeah.
Retaliator Bomber.
Another escort to help out the Polaris.
Right. Crucible.
Repair ship. Repair any ships that need repairing when I'm fighting or in a convoy.
And I assume this is a part of the convoy as well then, the C2, and to get vehicles from ground and up to space.
Yeah, plus I've got the Pioneer, so I thought I'd take the tank and the ballista down to the planet to defend the base I build with that.
Okay. Starfarer. So obviously this is like economics based stuff. So this is for fuel and stuff. God, I'm having trouble with this camera. Sorry. That's what that's
just
for.
Yeah, just to refuel the convoy.
This is for Pew Pew, I assume, the old hammerhead.
Yeah, anti-fighter for convoy.
A bit of exploration with the Carrack.
That was originally a Phoenix, but since I nerfed the hell out of that, there's no point having a Phoenix, so I upgraded it to a Carrack.
Yeah, good, because Algrid would have been angry with you, but that's fine.
Absolutely, I do agree with that.
Polaris, as you said, kind of with the Retaliator, so that's your attack craft, I assume?
Yeah, to go fighting and an escort.
Yeah.
I wanted a big fighter, and that's the only thing they were selling really about that price point.
Mm. So, Reclaimer.
If I go out and blow stuff up with my Parrot account, and I can send my Reclaimer out to salvage them.
Yep. I'm Banner Menschman, so for cargo holding, I assume. Blockade run.
Yep. Very good for its money.
Now, tell me, I remember when we first started talking about this Pioneer, so tell me that idea again about the forward base stuff with the Pioneer that you were talking about.
I was going to send a Carrack out to like a distant planet next to where the Vandal are, find a moon or planet, and then send a Pioneer out, build a base, and have like a forward post, and then bring the M2 in with a tank and ballista to defend it. That's what my idea was behind that.
Yep. And I assume the Orion's just for mining resources.
Yeah, heavy duty mining.
Yep. And last but not least, the Holly. So more cargo hauling, I assume.
Yep. Biggest cargo runner at the moment.
Yeah. So
to put it in.
The interesting thing for me in Algrid with this was like your whole wanting to build this for an org. So in a weird way, we were kind of looking at this not just for one person, but really for like almost as if you're an org leader. And you know, clearly for us, as we always talk about, it kind of really started with getting rid of a lot of the small ships, didn't it, Algrid? So
yeah. I think initially why the hell have you got so many small ships?
Which is almost where we start every time with everybody.
Yep.
So,
especially when you're looking for bang for buck or wanting to consolidate and try and make it manageable.
I originally got the smaller ships, like most of them are free. Well, quite a lot of them are free.
Yeah.
Then I thought I'll get a ship for each role. Like the Terrapin was free, but I could put it in the Polaris and use it as a forward scout. So I keep it as that. And I was in the mindset of, if I have the fighters, they're going to go out, get destroyed, and I've got lifetime insurance on all of them.
Yeah.
But then again, it's harder to earn up. Like if I wanted a bigger ship, like a Kraken, it'd take ages to get it. Where I saw your Fix My Fleet series, and I thought, well, I've spent so much on these smaller ships, I can just melt those or upgrade them to the bigger ones, and later on, I'll get the free insurance from the small ships, but it's better to have lifetime insurance on the bigger, huge ships because that's probably going to cost more.
Yep, that's right. And the kind of like after talking with you and how you were saying you want to set up an org, most people that are going to come join your org are going to have the smaller ships anyway.
Yeah.
The big ticket items is not what most people are going to have, so that became really clear. And yeah, so I'll flick over now to what we've kind of
But
settled.
before you do that execute though, when you were going through that fleet Nooblet, I thought when you came to the Polaris, you said you actually wanted a big fighter, and so you
I
took
do as well. I want an
and so you
escort.
took the Polaris for that. I'm not
I-
sure the Polaris really is a big fighter. It's a big torpedo boat, but I don't think it's a big fighter. I think for your big fighter, you at the moment probably the Hammerhead is the best you've got for that. And maybe when the Odin
Yep.
appears, that'll be a better fighter. But
That's
I don't
actually
think the Polaris is that fighter craft. It's your strategic bomber almost.
yeah.
So I don't think it fits that role you had.
Do need to add that too to the new fleet. That the Odin is one
Yep.
thing that we looked at adding, but we can't do it in the fleet viewer, so you won't see that today. But yeah, that is one. So I'll flick over to the new one now, and you can see we've consolidated it fairly a lot. You didn't want to add any new cash either, did you?
Not really.
Noob?
It's like
So-
limit of what I want to spend.
So some of these smaller ships down here are the ones that we weren't able to get rid of due to cash restraints, and that's fine. But he has multiple options now. I think there's about 3 of them that he can upgrade into other things. We left a lot of these small things that were free. So because they were free, they've just stayed the way they were. You can see obviously ones like that were a little bit superfluous, like the yellow, have gone, because why would you want a yellow when you've got a pink?
And you keep the pink because it's so rare anyway.
Yeah, and if stuff is rare, it stayed as well. So things like the Mustang Omega have stayed. We rolled this back to an F7C because you can still use the military upgrade on that. And if he also has that applied, you can also change that to a Super Hornet if you prefer. So this can be an F7C or a Super Hornet, so he can use his military upgrade. If he's hard up for cash, though, he can sell that upgrade off, and he'd get.
And if you sell the upgrade off, then turn the Hornet into whatever you like.
Or melt the Hornet. And add it to something else. Yeah, so this is the Razor, I believe, is now the SRV. Which is going to be much better because it'll actually, I know it's under the $200 thing we talk about, but it's much better for where it's at than a Razor because you can obviously use it to move cargo with all these bigger ships. We kept the Glaive at the moment, but I think
the Prospector was upgraded from a Gladius, which I got free as well. I remembered now.
Yep. So yeah, I think these are the 3 upgrade options right here: the SRV, the Glaive, and the Prospector. So if he finds extra ships in the future that he wants, these are the 3 that would probably go. And they're just I guess what I'd call the least junk of the options to leave behind. What was this ship originally? I think I can't even remember which one it was.
It was a Comet to an Ares.
Yep.
And an Ares to Redeemer.
And that was the kind of big gunship, the gunship almost. That's almost a big fighter.
Yeah, so he was wanting more fighters and teamwork and group work like that, and that makes so much, because that's basically essentially a mini Hammerhead. So, and it's in a better place than the Hammerhead is currently, but as you'll see, we've still kept the Hammerhead as well. So,
and I can take that out by myself as well, where I can't really take the other big ones out.
Exactly. And it brings you above that $200 price point, so it's more worth holding on to. You'll see we're still retained quite a few of the ships from his original fleet, so these 4 here are all still in it. Polaris is still in it. Reclaimer. The only real addition we added was these 3 up the back, and of course they're really annoying to get to up the back, but I think I'll just do it from above. It might be a bit easier. So this is where a lot of the melting off stuff turns into cash, or credits, I should say, and that allows him to buy a Kraken. And after talking stuff through with Nooblets, where we recommend an Endeavor, and then that turned into 2 Endeavors because just based on the amount of gameplay that they provide is really, really high. And so it'll allow him to have one permanently as hospital, and and the other one is whatever he wants to be, or even just switch them around as he needs them. And quite obviously, that's really going to increase in value. Harry, anything you want to say about the Kraken and the Endeavours?
No, well, the Kraken made perfect sense in terms of doing things for an org. And I think even the Endeavours do that as well, because A, you've got a hospital, B, if you've got the hangar modules on them, then they also have mini Endeavours in that sense.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things there. Now,
can I just add to that before you go
Sorry?
on? I just want to add to that before you go on. So his original concept for the Pioneer is actually what drove the Kraken initially, because he wanted to have that forward base that he could attack with. And once I talked to him and he explained the Kraken, it became very clear that that is a much better option than this, based on what he had. And obviously, consolidating everything down, you can see most of it's gone into that Kraken. All right, Algrid, you were going to say?
Now, one of the things we're also doing with this episode is we've actually got Patreon supporters, and some of our Patreon supporters actually watch us do this live. And in the live chat, our Patreon supporter has asked, when we were talking about the larger fighter, the question was, what about the Nautilus with the slave turret? Being your big heavy fighter and being able to offer that defensive option. So what do you think of that, Nooblet?
I've got 2 Carracks, one on this fleet, one on my pirate fleet, and I was thinking maybe put a Nautilus on my second pirate fleet, and then I could put the mines down and interdict the ships out of that. I don't really want 2 ships the same on one
the same account.
Yeah.
So there's your answer, Kiridev.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much that side.
That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So as you can see, really almost everything went into that Kraken and the Endeavours. Quite a lot to sort through. To be honest, you have some very big fleets, so I'll put it that way.
Well, I think the first fleet was 38 ships, wasn't it?
I think it was 31, and then it dropped down to 23, something like that. So fair big consolidation. But
the main thing I got away from watching your shows is it's fairly easy to earn the smaller fighters.
Yes.
But it'll take forever to earn a Kraken.
Yes.
And you've put the money in the smaller fighters.
Yeah.
Where you could just melt those or put the money in and get a huge ship, then earn down, which is a lot more cost effective. And a bigger bang for a buck when you're spending money on it.
Well, see, that Kraken also in your org stuff is going to be much more of a draw card for people coming to want to join your org. Oh, he's got a Kraken. I don't have a Kraken, but I do have this, and this that I can add to it. So,
And so people will, when you're doing things with your org, like we said before, most people who come to the org, they will have a small ship. Yeah. They will have fighters. They will have those medium-sized ships. And so you've got the Kraken. Your org members bring their small ships and they operate from a Kraken, which makes it it's a really good option for an org leader to have a ship like that.
And the other thing I was going to add is you've got so many referrals. I remember you saying that you're like halfway towards a Javelin.
I can nearly get a free battleship.
Well, there you go. So you might end up with a Javelin as well, and maybe with down the line, you might be able to put some money in as a pool of people and get something like an Idris or something, and maybe things like that are on the cards too, because that's not out of the realm of possibility because you've got so many people that watch what you do. Actually, speaking of which, do you want to pimp your channel a little bit? Do you want to tell people about your channel and what you do? Because you actually follow Ark mainly at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, most people know me from playing Ark, Nooblets. I do lots of how-to tutorials from when Ark first started. I covered Star Citizen at the start, but as the content took years to produce, the games takes years to finish. Took a long break for that, went into Ark, and then as Star Citizen comes closer to finishing, then I'll get back into Star Citizen again.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think we're all kind of waiting for gameplay on that regard, so you're not alone there.
Yeah.
All right, then. Algrid, I'll get you to sign off since Noob won't have any clue how to do that. So go ahead.
Okay,
sorry.
That's right. So, guys, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Ring our bell anytime. become a Patreon. I know it's a really bad song link.
It's terrible. Yeah, go for it.
If you want to support us, become a Patreon. And because every little bit helps. Put your comments down below. Tell us what you think of Nooblets fleet and where we're suggesting to go with it. If you don't agree with us, that's fine. Just be respectful. Join us on Discord. We love seeing you. We do read every comment, same as in the chat. We may not respond to them all, but we do read them all. And with that, I'm Al Garrod.
He's been Steve. Oh, sorry, you go.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Catch you guys in the next
Nooblets
one.
over there. Say bye, Nooblets.
He's
And on that, be well, take care, and God bless.